Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always, and if you are new, kindly subscribe, like and share. In this video I want to show you how to make a fitted bedspread. With me here, the measurement that you'll be needing to make this bedspread are the length of the bed, the height, and then the width of the bed, that is how wide it is. So you are going to take your tape and measure whatever the size of your bed is. Here, this is me I've measured the width of the bed that I want to make the bedspread for, and the width is 52, the height is 13.5, as you can see. So that 13.5 will be in two places, and then you are going to add a seam allowance of 1.25 depending on your preference. So I added 1.25 as the seam allowance, and then you go ahead to fold the you do the same thing to the length of the fabric. You measure the length, then you add the height times 2, then the seam allowance times 2. This is me where I want to cut out the square that I want to cut out is the height, where the joining will be for the height of the bed for it to be fitted. So the height of the bed is 13.5. I added 1.25 as seam allowance, making 14.75. So you are going to measure it out, you square it out like that, and then you cut out when you have folded your fabric into 4. As you can see, you measure the length. The total length I work with here is 104, then the total width is 81.5. then you square it out and measure 14.75 by 14.75 as the one that you will square out for the joining. Then you fold into 2 and join together. This is our main fabric that we are working with. I have folded it into 4, and this is where I want to cut out. That is me measuring the 14.75 that I want to cut out. You measure it out, the length and the width. When you have done that, you rule across it, across the point that you have measured. You rule across it, and then before you cut out, remember to measure the seam allowance that you want to use to sew it together, so that you don't have it too short. It will not enter the bed. So here I use 1/4 of an inch as the seam allowance, and that is me measuring it out 1/4 of an inch. You can use half, you can, but it is not advisable that you use more than half of an inch. Then you cut it out. That is me cutting it out. You can see it is square. I want it to be clear, that's why I moved the camera closer to it. As you can see, then you are going to fold like that, and you will join it, you sew it together. That's how you are going to sew. That is where we enter the corner of the bed. So I'm taking it to the sewing machine now to show you how I want to do the joining. This my machine, I can actually use it to sew and at the same time weave. It has the zigzag button, so that is what I use to weave. There's a way I set it. The name of the machine is New Home Janum machine. If you have it, you can use it to sew and at the same time weave. That is me using it to weave. Just set it to the zigzag like you want to make buttonholes, then you increase the stitch length. When you have done that, you'll be able to achieve this. So that is how I use my own machine. Then when you have joined the 4 corners, you are going to join the 4 corners together, not together, that is, there's a way you join it. The way I'm folding it, you join it. When you have done it to the 4 corners, then you can now measure what you want to the length of the elastic that you want to put, because I want it to be firm. I don't want it to be removing when I lay the bed, so I want it to be firm. That's why I want to put a elastic. When you are done stitching and weaving, if you don't have access to weaving machine, you can stitch it twice. You can stitch twice so that the thread will not be coming out when you are using your bedspread. I actually got this fabric from my vendor and it's quite long. The length is by 90, so I want to input the elastic now, you go to where you have joined together, that corner, you measure 8 inches on both sides depending on how firm you want it to be. So I measured 8 inches on both sides and I cut, that is 16 inches, and I'm making use of 8 inches elastic, that tiny one, the half an inch elastic. Then you join it, you stitch it to the point that you have marked on both sides of the corner that you have joined together. So that is what I am doing here. You do it to the 4 sides, to the 4 corners that you have joined together. You stitch it, ensure that you top stitch very well, you back stitch it, you stitch down so that it will not remove. Then you start folding the hem, that is at the hem of the bed sheet. If I know that you understand what I'm saying, because we all have seen or have one of these bed sheets in our home. So when you want to stitch the hem, be careful not to stitch on the elastic so that it will draw. You'll be able to achieve that drawing effect. When you are, if you mistakenly stitch on it, it will not move, it will be stiff. So that is why you have to avoid it by all means when you are sewing through your hem. So that is me stitching the hem of the bedspread. I will sew it round across the length and the width of the bedspread for it to be neat. That is what I am doing here. If you actually know this technique, and it is very fast, it is what you can make under 10 minutes, both the cutting and the sewing, and voila, your bedspread is ready. If you know these techniques, you don't even need to be buying bedspread anymore, because as for me, I'm done buying bedspread. This is what I'll be using. So this is me now. I am done stitching round through the hem, and this is how it is looking on my bed. You can see how it is looking. Just get, and the fabric is very good one, cotton fabric. See how fitted is looking on my bed. I am done stitching, and this is how it is looking when I have put it on the bed, as you can see. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you like this. Keep watching. Please subscribe for more content, and share, comment, like, and send to your friends. Thank you. Bye bye.